Good morning, happy Monday. The lurgy has well and truly got me today. I should have been resting all weekend really, but no. Me being me. There's a car coming up behind me. Let's get out the way for him. Oh, he's gone that way. Okay, fair enough. Me being me. I had another action-packed weekend, didn't I? Oh, it's been a good one. It has been a good one. I feel like a bit like Honor Blackman and Phyllis Pearce's illegitimate love child with my voice today. So hello there. Today I would like to talk. I mean, I've been, and on Friday it was my brother's 40th birthday, and that was awesome. But the rest of the weekend has been spent. I can't get my words out, in Sheffield for a science fiction convention called SFW in the city, and I'd like to have a bit of a chat about SFW in general really, and how it's kind of become such a big part of my annual con calendar in the last couple of years. It isn't like anything else. I've seen a couple of reviews for this weekend on the page, and people being, I walked in there and I'd wandered around for 20 minutes and I thought it was terrible. And I thought, well, that's 20 minutes, that's ridiculous. How it's laid out is different, how it's organised is different, everything is just different. And the focus of it is different. The focus of comic conventions, thank you, has become a bit of an exercise to sell merchandise. It used to be that you could get a bargain at a con, but now, no bargains for you. You can get Funko Pops at inflated prices at our con, because chances are you're a parent bringing your kids, and you're not geeky, you've got no clue, your kids are too young to have a clue, and therefore you will just pay anything because your kids will have just seen Spider-Man running down the corridor larking about with his mates, and they'll want to buy some Spider-Man merchandise, and they'll be nagging you, and you'll have money and you'll just pay it. So it's become a bit of a trap. Which links me back to the weekend, because Tim Rose was there. I wonder how many people come up to him saying it's a trap. They actually asked if anyone got any questions for Tim Rose, and I said to Vicky, it's a trap, and she actually shouted it. And the interviewer on stage, she said, I assure you it's not. In case you don't know, Tim Rose plays Admiral Akbar in the famous film franchise known as the Star Wars. Okay, so I'm going to get back onto, while I'm waiting here for all this traffic that suddenly appeared to go past, I'll let you know about SFW and what it means, really. Cough break. Now, I went for the first time last year. God, there's so many cars. And the year before that, I won tickets. And sorry, I can't do two things at once. There we go. I'm moving on. My words will start moving too. I won tickets. Now the thing is, everyone wins tickets. Yeah, it's part of their business model. At first I felt it was a massive con, because what they do is they tell you that you've won tickets. They ask for a £10 admin fee for each person, which covers you for the whole weekend. So, you know, that is still good value for what you get. And then they try and sell you subsidised accommodation. That is pretty... When that happened, I thought, it's all a big con to try and get me to buy the accommodation. I'm not down with that. Anyway, then my friend Vicky said that two of her friends had dropped out or something, and she had already booked accommodation somewhere else. And, you know, would I want a ticket? So I thought, well, yeah. I've kind of felt a bit torn, because I thought I want to hate this company because I felt like they were trying to con me a bit. But I thought, no, I'll go. She said, well, we went last year and it was really good. So I thought, stuff it, I'll go. So I went, and basically they take over a caravan site. if you go to any kind of dance weekends or other kind of niche socialising things, apparently the LARPing and the medieval reenactments and stuff, they do things like this as well. It's basically more like that than a convention, like the classic MCM style con. If you're comparing it to MCM and judging it on the fact that there's no Funko Pops to be seen as soon as you walk through the door, then get over yourself. That's a terrible way to judge things. There's no expensive things for me to buy and feel ripped off by as soon as I walk in. And secondly, you can't compare it, because MCM and SFW are like chalk and cheese. Seriously. Does MCM manage to drag back an international DJ from New York Con to come and play at the O2 Arena in Sheffield? No, it doesn't. Does MCM have a geeky, random, smartphone-based entertainment set by an amazing company called Fox Dog Studios that I discovered on Saturday night? No, it doesn't. Does MCM have Blues Harvest? No, doesn't, does it? It's because MCM is more about commercialism. It's not about geeks getting together having fun. Most people I spoke to on Saturday night in the vaping area they'd been like, all of them, every single one. Like, it's been going 10 years now. The SFW in the city, which is the Sheffield one, is kind of like an additional thing. If you're meeting SFW for the first time by going to the Sheffield event, it's also not a fair representation. It hasn't got the kind of mad campers party mentality that the other events have, the main event has. However, Saturday night's party was one of my favourites. It really was. It was so much fun. There was a dude, Dan, who makes Halo armour. He's got his Globot light up suit on. I think everyone, when Level Up Leroy was playing his set last night, everyone was dancing with his helmet on. That helmet has got so much sweat inside it. Anyway, which reminds me, on the Sunday, I wasn't hungover at all, which is good. But I'd started to get this cold again, which is not good. Myself, Tim and Vicky judged the cosplay competition on Sunday, and that was pretty cool. So I had to go on the big stage and sit there on a comfy sofa and do the judging, which was nice. And yeah, we put Dan and his Globot in third place. Second place was this amazing Samwise cosplay. The attention to detail and the hairy feet were just awesome. And first place was a steampunk Misty from Pokemon who came on and told some really, really terrible, so bad they're good pun jokes, right? Afterwards she said it was bad jokes that did it. I said, look, just give me puns all day long and I'll give you anything you want. And I spoke to her after, and she was really made up, because for a start she just didn't think she'd have a chance anyway, which is ridiculous. And secondly, she was thinking about going to the main event, only they weren't sure they could afford it and all this, but now they've won tickets for the whole weekend for the main event, which has moved to Great Yarmouth next year, and it's the 10th anniversary, so it's going to be awesome. There's Kiddie Lee Winks, let's get them out of the way while I turn around. Nothing coming that way. And they're out. Okay. Saw a few spots on my way, and we was hoping no one's stolen them. Ooh. So, yeah, SFW. I've come back with so many new friends. Everyone is just it's like a cult. It is a cult. You get dragged in. You totally do. There's so many in-jokes, it's ridiculous. And they suck you in all of a sudden. It's like, I didn't even look at the car this weekend. My really amazingly talented friends all brought props. Well, this is pretty nifty parking, actually. She says till she hits the curve, right? Yeah. All my friends brought props, and we had a prop table so that people could come and have a look at the props, and then we could sign them up to the cosplay competition. I really enjoyed signing people up to the cosplay competition. There was some amazing cosplay. My favourite, and it's really a real shame that I couldn't put her through to the final, because there were too many people and we just didn't have enough people. We weren't allowed to put that many through. She just had this beautiful steampunk dress and this hat, and she just looked amazing. She just looked gorgeous. And I just ran up to her and I said, we want you in our cosplay competition, we want you on the stage. And she said, but this isn't even a real character, this is just a dress that I put on. And I'm like, no, you look gorgeous and you're owning it, and cosplay's for everyone, and you don't need to have, be screen accurate for a character or whatever, and you don't need to be making all these big armour out of foam. It's just about having fun dressing up. So we want you on the stage. And her partner was like, yeah, you're going to do it. And I really wanted to put her through. But we didn't. But she still came and actually did it and got on the stage and got a round of applause, and I was really, really proud of her. Because that was me at one point. And then the year after, I'm flipping judging it. Oh, how times have changed. It's been a good weekend. I need to get in the office and get some Lemsip before I have coffee. I don't like feeling poorly. So anyway, I might share this on the Sci-Fi Weekender group. I don't know if it makes any sense. I don't really care. But if I met you and I know you, it was really good to see you. If I hadn't met you and I met you, thank you for being part of my weekend, and it was lovely to meet you. Level Up Leroy, I want you to play at my 40th party next year. Jesus Christ, you know how to get the crowd moving, dude. Did you do Baby Shark? I didn't know you do Baby Shark. Blues Harvest, you were awesome. Yeah, no, I said I wasn't going to dance and I did, I'm sorry. And yeah, and that Fox Dog Studios, that was... it was like a cross between Flight of the Conchords and the IT crowd. I really approved. The organisers, your ace, Adam, you're ludicrous. You held it together again. Yeah, it's all you. Everyone loves you. You don't have to worry. I'm gonna go to work. Bye.